Sudan's brutal civil war, a conflict marked by bloody stalemates and devastating humanitarian consequences, appears to be reaching a pivotal moment. The Sudanese Armed Forces, SAF, have reported significant and rapid advances against the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, RSF, pushing the war closer to a decisive conclusion. These advancements, occurring nearly 2 years after the conflict's initiation in April 2023, mark a potential turning point in a war that has claimed tens of thousands of lives, displaced millions, and driven vast swathes of the country into famine. The SAF's gains are particularly striking in Khartoum, the nation's capital, where troops are reportedly closing in on the RSF-held Republican Palace, a symbolic victory that would significantly alter the conflict's trajectory. Military sources confirm that SAF units are close to reaching the center of Khartoum, indicating an imminent capture of the capital, largely under RSF control since the war's beginning. Further south, along the Blue Nile, SAF units have made swift advances, potentially cutting off RSF escape routes and prompting speculation about a possible RSF withdrawal from Khartoum. Such a retreat, analysts suggest, would represent a profound shift in the balance of power. The head of mission at the Sudanese embassy in London expressed confidence in the SAF's ability to recapture the entire capital within days. He stated, "There are just pockets of RSF in Khartoum, some in an area we call the Eastern Nile. It will be a matter of days before Khartoum is cleared of RSF." This assertion reflects the apparent momentum shift in the war, with the SAF exhibiting significant battlefield successes. Elsewhere in Omdurman, Sudan's second-largest city, clashes have intensified, resulting in tragic civilian casualties. A recent RSF attack on a market claimed the lives of at least 54 civilians, highlighting the conflict's devastating impact on the civilian population. Reported that Omdurman and Khartoum North are largely free of RSF presence. The humanitarian crisis resulting from the conflict is catastrophic. At least 12 million Sudanese have been forced to flee their homes, with 3.6 million alone escaping the violence in Khartoum. Entire regions are grappling with famine, compounding the already immense suffering. The recent recapture of Wad, a strategically vital city and the capital of Sudan's breadbasket, further bolsters the SAF's position. This victory, along with the recent breaking of the RSF siege on the SAF headquarters in Khartoum, allowing Army Chief Al to visit for the first time since the war's start, has significantly improved the Army's strategic position. The conflict's future trajectory may well be determined in Darfur, the western Sudanese region, from which the RSF originated. Intelligence suggests a retreat of many RSF fighters to Darfur, where they maintain significant control, with the exception of Fasher, the capital of North Darfur, currently under sustained RSF attack. This potential final highlights the devastating and long-lasting impact of the war. The escalating violence is confirmed by reports from SANS, MSF, teams in both Darfur and Khartoum who are dealing with mass influxes of war-wounded patients. The unfolding situation is further complicated by external factors. The potential closure of USAID, the U.S.'s leading international aid agency, under the consideration of the Trump administration, would dramatically worsen the already dire humanitarian situation in Sudan, exacerbating the suffering of millions affected by this brutal conflict. The coming weeks and months will be critical in determining the ultimate outcome of this devastating war and the long road to recovery for the Sudanese people. The rapid advances of the Sudanese army, coupled with the significant humanitarian crisis, create a complex and volatile scenario with far-reaching implications for the future of the nation. The fall of Khartoum would undeniably mark a significant turning point, but the long-term consequences of the conflict, including the ongoing humanitarian crisis and the potential for further violence in Darfur, remain deeply concerning. International attention and intervention are urgently needed to mitigate the suffering and facilitate a lasting peace.